Namaste. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across the planet, around the world. I'm Greg Prescott from In5D.com. Welcome back to another Spirit Chat. It's been a while. As many of you guys already know, I had major surgery. I had a quadruple bypass about 4.5 weeks ago, close to 5. And they cut my chest open. They ripped your rib cage apart so they can get to your heart. And you can't even see, right? Really, if I'm like this, you can't even see the stitches of where they put it in. So the healing process is going by so quickly, and I got to thank all of you who had sent me loving healing energies, Reiki. Everything that you guys did made a huge difference. And it also goes to show you that our DNA is activating. And that, I'm sure there's a lot of other people that are going through medical issues, as I have in this past year. Had a shitload of them. But, it can't keep me down. And if these are attacks, I'm still coming back. I'm still here. So I love you guys. And I think that's the most powerful weapon we have is love. So thank you. There's some people waiting in the waiting room. Just going to cover a few things before I let everybody in. This will be brief. It'll be short. I went to the beach earlier today and I did a walk of gratitude. I want to thank everybody that joined me on that. And I did a love bubble meditation on the walk back, but I didn't record that. I just want to thank everyone that joined me on the walk of gratitude and the mantras that I put out there. And if you want to see those are on my personal Facebook page. So check that out. I might upload that video to YouTube and to BitChute. Check out BitChute. Yeah, because on BitChute, I'm able to post stuff that I can't post here on YouTube. I'm going to do a screenshot of my BitChute page. Yeah, definitely subscribe to it. I think you guys will dig it. All right. So yeah, this is what I just posted within the last hour or so. Former BlackRock executive said the central bank is about to collapse. That was interesting. This one, I'm still waiting for it to publish. It's Rand Paul riffs into Dr. Fauci in Congress. That's new. That happened today. There's another one that of a video on that I got from TikTok, how to make your big rig unmovable. So if they try to tow the rigs, this is how you can fight that. And this is new. The farmers joined in with the truckers in Canada. So yeah, the world is watching. And the last thing I had was, or the first thing actually I posted this evening was having fun with my beautiful wife Allie on date night. That was fun. So we had a good time on date night 2 nights ago. Yesterday we had stop share. Yesterday we had an awesome Insiders Club private chat on our Patreon Zoom get together, and that went on for 3 hours. It was great. It just time flew by. And, as you'll see, I'll be leaning back occasionally, and I'll be coming back up again just because I'm still going through the recovery process. It still hurts when I cough, when I sneeze. I mean, everything else looks normal, but it's a lengthy process. I was talking to this one gentleman who had a quadruple bypass, and he said it took like a year for him. I'm still not at the point of where I can lift anything heavy. So again, I got to move at the end of the month, right? Well, that's going to be fun. So yeah, let me go here real quick. I'm going to do another screen share. And hopefully you can hear this. It's going to be brief anyway. But this was from date night a couple nights ago. I posted this because I just absolutely love Allie's laugh. It's just, and this is how we are. If there wasn't a camera on us, we'd still be this way. And that's why we don't script anything on date night. It's just all natural. And this is part of what happens.
I was waiting there.
Oh, I gave one. Yeah, kiss my ass.
Don't you dare get your ass out.
So yeah, that's just the way we interact, and it's just such a genuine love that we have for each other. Now, why I brought up date night was because on date night we came up with a group idea of In5D Marketplace, and this would be a place for people to sell to become their own vendors. And if you have art, jewelry, clothing, books, tarot or oracle cards, or life coaching, if you read tarot or do psychic readings, Reiki, whatever it is that you have, your gifts or whatever, you'll be able to sell and put out there on In5D Marketplace. So I've been researching vendor software and plugins and stuff like that. And the best one that I could find is like $400. Wow, $400. But if that's the best one, maybe we'll get that. I don't know. I got to do more research into this. I'm not just going to jump into it. I want to thoroughly look into this. So, but yeah, this is something that's in the works right now. I think it's a wonderful way for people to use the In5D name. It's easy to find. Everyone knows what and who In5D is. So, it's a good way to get your services or your product out there, and under the In5D name. So, of course, it would be like you would set up your own store. Say, John Doe had his own store, John Doe's Spiritual Shop. That's what would be listed under. You would have your own shop under the In5D website. So it's really cool. I think it's a great way to get your product out there. So how cool would that be? What do you guys think? Put that out there to you guys right now. What else I want to cover? Oh, yeah. That's yummy. Having grapefruit juice, ruby red grapefruit juice. But the glass is my sigil. And this sigil spells out all of my codons are open. And what I do, this is part of my upgrading my DNA, unlocking all the codons in my DNA, because my goal is to, heal myself and others in humanity's best interest, which would be really easy to do. If all the codons in your DNA are unlocked, all you have to do is lay your hands down on Mother Earth and hook your higher self up to everyone else's higher self. Ask for permission, and then you can heal the world. You can heal the air, water, and food supplies instantaneously. It can all happen. And the best part is it would be like the greatest random act of kindness, because nobody would have to know, So I think that would be really cool. The last thing I want to cover is this is going to be a new shirt that's coming out, and the name came. I forgot who came up with the name, but it's a combination of. I like the dolphin idea, but it's going to be called, I believe, Dolphin Dreams. So it's a color. That's a color I came up with, where I took the mermaid green that I use in the water element shirt. So I put about half the bottle is mermaid green, a quarter of the bottle is black and another quarter is navy or indigo. So yeah, here's the lady's V-neck. Yeah, Dolphin Dreams. I love the name of that. So we're going to be putting out a new shirt. Subscribe to the In5D Quantum Tie-Dye page at in5d.net, and you'll be the first ones to get notified of any new shirts that we have. Also, I post like coupons and stuff like that for sales, and sometimes I have like subscriber only sales that go on. So check that out at in5d.net. So without further ado, that's 11 minutes of talking. I'm gonna let everybody in that's waiting there. And while everyone's coming in, I just want to say hi to everyone that joined us in the chat. Sarah was the first one in, my star sister, Sarah. First one in the chat. Karina, Michelle, Hanging Laundry, Ray, and Phil. Thank you for the super chat, Phil. 11, a master number for the Ascended Master. Christina Love. It's so good to see you again. Come on in. You haven't been, Christina, you haven't been on video in a long time. So come on in. Hi to Vicky and EBH, Susie. Who else?
I'm here.
Des, up 3, EBH, Debbie. Okay, who else? Claudette. I think I caught everyone. If I missed anyone, I apologize, but we have Morejo here joining me online. And then I see Phil and Rob are there. Phil just popped in and Rob will be joining us. So how are you, Morejo?
I'm good, thanks. It's been a long time. I rarely catch anybody live. So
How about that? Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's good to see you on the screen.
In your t-shirt.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I love it. That's the 7th chakra. Yeah, nice. Beautiful.
It's one of my favorites. Yeah. The other ones are gorgeous. I didn't realize because I hadn't tuned in so many times that you're moving. So I think I emailed you about another shirt. And so I don't know how busy you are, but you're probably crazy busy. So
emails. I don't send me send the message on Facebook. I don't really check my emails.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. Okay, I'll do that.
But it's not until the end of the month. It's not until the end of the month, and all the stock is still in my walk-in closet. So
You don't do any 3XL, do you?
in ladies, yes. In men's, no.
Well, my sister wants a 3X because the 2X, she denies that she's very busty, but she is. So I got to get her a little bit bigger size.
I have 3XL in the ladies V-neck. So,
I looked on the website, couldn't find anything, but I will definitely.
Yeah,
again.
it's there. It's there.
Thank you.
What's up, Phil?
Hi, Phil.
The sky for damn sure. It hasn't fallen yet.
As above, so below.
Oh,
Indeed.
it's coming down.
Yeah. Up 3's asking where
wake
I'm
up.
just moving. Up 3 just asked, where are you moving? I'm just moving. I have to move from here because my landlord raised the rent $1,150 additional dollars. During
oh, sorry.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, to do something like that.
Well, considering the real estate market in Florida, probably not, because everybody wants to be in where? Florida.
Yeah, they do.
You have the only sane. Well, no, it's not the only sane. Let's see.
One of the few.
Dalton's turning out to be a pretty good guy. The guy in Texas, not too sure about.
Yeah.
Because he's got the Texas Rangers there. He could have put them down there, probably stopped. I mean, they're supposed to be good for what, 10 cops?
Are they?
I don't know.
So,
I'm making it.
On my BitChute channel, I put out a bunch of videos in the last hour, and the biggest news was of the farmers joining the truckers.
Yeah, I saw that. That was
That's
pretty,
How cool is
fantastic. Sorry.
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's great. I mean, I'm so glad that they're still doing it, and the numbers are growing. And
Yeah.
the then Joe Rogan did a video here recently, kind of a rebuttal to the Spotify naysayers, or
To Neil Young.
well, no, he didn't address Neil Young. Actually, he just talked about the fact that he addressed the issues. Oh, I figure it's these two doctors that I talked to, and he talked about all their credentials and all that stuff, and then he went on to disinformation, and then he talked about all the times that they've said something about the cocoa, or I know we got to talk in code here now.
Yes, we do.
So he was talking about that, how the thing in your arm was supposed to protect you from that, and that you'll be safe. And now they say it isn't, and it doesn't protect you that much more. And he just went on and kind of busted down every disinformation thing that the mainstream press has put out there. And now there, see, I think he cited, other mainstream press that are saying exactly that thing that would have got you canceled back there in the day. Oh
yeah,
that Wuhan thing that too was mentioned.
are they going to reinstate channels that got shut down for telling the truth about that?
Well,
No,
I don't know
probably
about
not.
that. I have not heard anything about me getting my account back for something that I'm pretty sure would be anybody else would not construe it the way they construed it. I took and put the video on BitChute. It's my most favorite video. Everybody's watching that. So they kind of shot themselves in the foot, really.
Yep. Yeah.
And
Poor Christina.
I figure they're going to do that enough that pretty soon their foot's going to fall off and they'll bleed to death or die of gangrene. I don't give a shit which way they go.
Yeah, they keep shooting themselves in the foot. It's going to happen. One of the videos I put out today was about the central bank is about to collapse, and this is from a former Blackwater CEO. So yeah.
Well, and certainly the corporation of the USA is bankrupt. So Sleepy Joe doesn't have any legitimacy as far as I can see, because he's the president of a defunct corporation. He can have it. Go and crash with it.
Well, now he's saying that truckers aren't able to come into the United States from Canada or Mexico unless
he's trying to do what Trudeau did.
Yeah, unless they,
Learn my French, man. At least my French cuss words.
Christina, my heart goes out to you. She says she's not able to jump on tonight. She will the next time. She's hiding under 3 blankets at the moment. One is an electric blanket. Her house doesn't have heat. We're getting a freak cold storm here in South Texas. So yeah, I totally understand. Wish she could be here, but we get it.
The weather magic again, huh?
Crystal Wizard said, I wondered what happened to you, Phil. I'll find you on BitChute. Good, because Phil and I are both there.
And I'm going full stream, man. I also pulled in a little thing. I think it's Out of Control was the name of the video. Don't know how I could really explain that video, but let it say it.
Be careful.
And hot dogs.
What, and hot dogs?
pizza and hot dogs.
Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha.
Yeah, we don't want to
Yep.
go there.
Yep. No. See, that was cool about last night when we had the Insiders Club private chat. We can talk about anything on there. We can.
Yeah, it was.
We don't have to watch our P's and Q's on there.
That was fun. I
Yeah.
had so much fun. I want to tell you that it was like back in heaven.
Yeah. Good
I missed the good
times. Yeah.
stuff, I guess.
Oh yeah, you did. It's well worth the 555. It's well worth it.
Yeah.
It's not the money, it's the time. You know,
Well, the thing is, I don't record it. It's whatever is said there and then is amongst us, and that's it. So,
but I
yeah,
swear,
that's.
Sorry,
I'm
I
gonna
missed
record
it.
some of what I say.
Well, you can on your end. You can do whatever you want on your end.
When is the next one? When is the next one, Greg?
It's the first Wednesday of every month.
I'll write that down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's the same link that I'll send when I send you guys the link when you sign up on Patreon. It's the same link every month. So it's really easy to get to. And if I change the link, I'll let you guys know.
Thanks.
Yeah, my pleasure.
I want to get more involved. You know, I've just been just the last 6 months moving 2,200 miles and getting set up and building a house and digging the septic and getting the electricity brought out here and just everything. Holy cow. So, I mean, it was a culture shock, and I don't know. It took me this much time though to get myself together a little better. So I'm settling in, and then we got an ice storm. So, but, you know, I've been through it before in Missouri, the first 20 years of my life in Missouri, in Kansas. So, you know, but then Arizona, a little bit on Ohio, New Mexico, and Washington, nothing like this. It's like I haven't felt this since I was a kid, a teenager in Missouri. The ice that covers everything. It's beautiful. I don't like it. I like to look at it. As long as I have my electricity, my internet, I'm good.
Well, it's
Stay
like a
warm.
blizzard. You know, the blizzards are one of the most beautiful things you'll ever see. The next day they suck when you got to shovel out, and the following couple days after everything starts to turn brown from the snow
They aren't
clouds.
that much fun when you're out in them either.
No.
I can remember trying to drive back from a job with a 1-ton truck, dual wheels, but no 4-wheel drive. And yeah, you could not see the friggin' road.
Oh, I believe it.
And it gets spooky because, you know, there's most of the places it's not too bad. You know, you go off the road, you go through a fence, you come right back on the road, no problem. But there are some places that have really steep ravines.
Yeah.
So
if people are used to it, it's one thing because the trucks go out there and there's sand or salt. When the unusual happens, which has been lately, the last few years, a lot of weird storms for people that just aren't used to it and they don't know what to do. I feel bad for them, you know, so.
I sort of had sympathy for him, but not much. Whoop.
No, that's okay. No, this there's a silver alert. Apparently, a white male, 78, is wandering in Washington, D.C. He thinks he's the president.
That's funny.
Just had to do that service announcement for everyone.
Thank you. I saw that he got an eviction notice too.
Oh God, that's funny.
The guard opens, or the soldier opens the door for or the doorman opens the door for the president, and yeah, it's the sheriff giving him an eviction notice.
That's funny.
It was. I laughed. I think everybody that saw that would laugh, but.
Greg, are you the one that told that joke about Putin and Queen Elizabeth and Donald Trump going to hell? Was that you?
No,
No.
I don't think so. It's already funny though.
Well, it's a little, I'll try to shorten
It doesn't
If you
need a
wanna hear it, I'll
punchline.
say. What was that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, they all three end up in hell. And first thing Putin sees is a big red telephone. He says, "Hey, what's that?" And the devil says, "Well, that's a phone call. You can make phone calls, but it'll cost you." He goes, "Okay, okay." So he's on the phone for like, I probably am not going to get this verbatim as I don't remember. But anyway, so he gets on the phone and he's on the phone for like 5 minutes. And devil says, "Okay, that's $1 million." And he goes, "No problem." Writes him a check. I don't know where he gets a check in hell, but okay. Anyway, so then the Queen Elizabeth comes along and she says, "I want to make a phone call." And she's on the phone for probably 30 minutes. And the devil says, "Okay, $6 million." And she says, "No problem." Pocket change, gives him 6 million. And here comes Donald Trump and he goes, "I'll make a phone call." So he's on the phone for an hour and 45 minutes, gets off the phone and devil says, "Okay, $5. And Putin and the Queen are like, "What the heck? He was on for like an hour and some change." And devil says, "Yeah, but since Biden's been in office, the USA's gone to hell. So it's considered a local call." So dumb.
Very good.
Oh,
Heard that somewhere. I thought it was you, but okay.
I'd
No.
claim it. Greg, I'd claim it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I can't remember
Thank
to
you.
tell that joke.
Luckily no bad language. So that's fun. Though.
Yeah, but I'm on BitChute. I can use, I'll color that sucker up.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's nice. Crazy. Oh, all I can do is pray.
Mhm.
I see these posts. My nephew or my niece was telling me about something, I don't know, and the backlash and all this. And it occurred to me, maybe, there's people out there that are willing to get paid to start trouble. They're just troublemakers and they find it joyful. Okay. So maybe these people are hired to do that. And I think all the backlash, all the people that are, really ramming these people, I think most of them are bots. That's what it feels like to me. It's like they're not even real. Does that make sense? That's how I have to
Yeah, it could
address it anyway. Otherwise, my blood pressure goes up and I get upset.
Could be something like what Dolores Cannon talked about, like being background people too. Something along that line, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people, because they don't do shadow work, they have these shadows that can be perverted out there. We're all in the fourth dimension now, I want to mention, or the earth is vibrating in 4D. So you'll be seeing things. Hopefully it's fairies and elves and not orbs and trolls.
Those fairies can stay the heck away. They keep taking my stuff and hiding it.
Yeah,
I am not joking.
there is that.
I got security cameras and there's 2 of them that fly around my living room every night.
Okay, proving my point. Thank you.
Yep.
I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay. It was a fantasy anyway, so we'll end it here. Damn.
Oh.
No, but it is that we're moving into that, and they're trying to play games with us. That they we're seeing what they're doing. It's pretty plain as punch to me. They're throwing everything at us, trying to drag us down. What can we do? We can do like Michael Jacob says, and just do a shift at the night to the 90 degrees to the right, or whichever direction you want to go, and find some people to get together, and we start building our own communities with learning centers, healing centers, gardens and husbandry and the whole thing, taking care of everything we need, manufacturing, yada yada, and let the muggles go their merry little way.
So what do you guys think about having a marketplace, a vendor place on In5D, like an In5D marketplace? Just
Great idea.
Yeah, I think so too. It came up on date night, and I just, and for everyone that's in the chat there too, what do you guys think? Do you guys have like wares or something that you'd like to sell on In5D? It could be anything. It could be art, could be jewelry, orgone pyramids.
Reiki.
I almost said the other word that you can't say. Not orgone, but yeah. Yeah, it could be, you know,
Orgasm generating machines.
no.
No, okay.
Don't be getting me in trouble.
No, I don't think you can get in trouble if you're talking about sex, can you? I mean, really?
Probably. They just recently changed. Yeah. Even if you talk about controversial topics, they can give you a strike now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
I don't think that's controversial, but they're, you know, if they're going to be a-holes like that.
yeah, I should be mindful of that, actually, shouldn't I? Because I have looked at that video that Alina and I did more than once now, and I cannot see where we were advocating anything.
Alina's in the chat. Tell her to come on in.
Yeah, well, you should, Alina. Come on in.
Yeah. Garden telepathy. I think Joe is playing us from the 5th dementia.
I just got that.
That's great. Love that. That's good.
Funny.
Oh, there's Desiree.
Yep.
Desiree.
We got Rob here. You guys can't see Rob, but we can see him. What's going on, Rob? Hi, Des. Upside down.
There she is.
Yeah.
Maybe she had those gravity boots on.
I'm okay with being upside down because you guys know I'm never grounded anyway. So.
So what's going on, Des? What are you working on now?
Shit, nothing.
Really? Get out of here.
Well, I'm working on my Spider-Man thing, but yeah, nothing actually much really.
Mhm.
I mean, I worked on a black light piece of art, but I was live on Twitch and I was having fun with that. I don't know. Life has been weird lately. All this weird shit going on.
Well,
Oh,
you
so you have a Twitch channel? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'll have to subscribe.
I need to get on there. I'm still not there yet.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet myself. I might do that because that's someplace you can go live, or that's all you can do, right? Is go live on Twitch.
Yeah, you can go live. You can do a lot of things on there. It's pretty fun. Pretty fun. I like it.
Well, I could simulcast on date night between Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Yeah, that'd be cool. And D Live if I go on there too. But
yeah, I gotta get my Discord account up.
Mhm.
I've apparently forgotten the password.
oh. Well, hopefully it's easily retrievable for you.
Yeah, I probably is. Just like my Rumble, getting my Rumble. Well, my Rumble account would be a little harder to get back because it's on my hcc.net account, email account, and that sucker is so plugged up with junk mail that I cannot find anything on it.
Yeah. Can't you do like a little search and just type in Rumble and a search on it?
I might be able to. I haven't looked at that possibility. I
Mhm.
know it isn't anywhere near as easy as Google Mail and getting, you can go down and just click on them and eliminate them, delete them, right? So you can go through a lot of emails that way. Not so on hcc.net. It's a little more glitchy.
In the chat, Amber's saying, I was talking about the marketplace, and Amber said that she would add her distance healing on there. That's a great idea for people to do stuff like that. Crystal Wizard says crystal points, pendants, Carbocons, art, and more ready to sell. Des, you'd be perfect for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're so modest. You're an amazing artist.
Yeah, you are a good
I'm
artist.
all right.
And it's not just the artwork.
In many ways, I might add.
Yeah, like the pyramids you make, anything that you do creative comes out fantastic.
Shank you. I mean, not literally shank you, but you know.
Yeah, don't shank me.
Let me see. That's beautiful. You made that?
Yeah, it's actually terrible right now, as you can tell. Like it needs a coat or 2 or 5.
Do you use resin? Is that what you're doing? Or
Yeah.
That's beautiful, really. That's nice.
Thank you.
One of these, I do a lot of artwork. Someday I'll show it to people. I'm too shy right now, but I do artwork.
Don't be shy.
All right. I do collages. Like, I'll see if I can reach it up there. This is one of my favorite ones. Obviously, it's hung on my wall. But I do collages for people. And you can't really see it. Well, let's see here. Hold on. I'm getting there. I blew it.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah. Okay, can you see it? I'm
Yes.
having a hard time. See if I can get the glare off. I don't know. It's just a spiritual one, kind of showing a spiritual journey. But that's mine. When I do it for other people, I generally, it's what I see in them.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I do for them. Oh, let's see. That's better. There we go. That's better. I know. Can you see it? Just things that I love. Prayer. Actually, this is about 20 years old. My little secret doorways. Anyway, when I do collages for people, I do them in that what I see in them, what they represent to me. If it's somebody that I've known for a long, long time, of course, it's easier to do. However, I don't know. I've been doing them for a long, long time, and mostly for people, if they have a loved one that they lost, I can put something together and it's something they hang on their wall to remind them, or I don't know.
Awesome. That's great. Anybody that puts out, uses their creative side and does that stuff, I love it. Absolutely love it. Art is such a great way to unwind and to channel energy. The thing I've been doing is taking seashells and making little artwork out of that. And here's another one I did.
Nice.
So these are my little works of art on seashells.
The water shirt.
Those are cute.
Yeah. So
I wanted to jump through your little screen there when you were live and like be like, I'm here. I'm getting some shells.
I also build little towns. Usually it's a Christmas town, but I'm expanding, so I have all kinds. It takes up an entire room. I like to do the dioramas. I just recently got a bunch of gnomes and elves. I got a great big Santa's village. I got a Sasquatch with in a forest. I mean, that's little miniatures.
That's
only
awesome.
for my pleasure. It's most fun if somebody can look at it. So this winter, not this winter, next, because we were moving, I couldn't do any of it this year. So, but you'll see next year, next October, November, December.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Allie showed us last night. She had this crystal. She showed us on the Insiders Club private chat, and she was just, while we were chatting, she was putting it together, and homemade leaves and homemade little roses go all around this crystal that's about that big, and it came out so beautiful. I said, what a great idea that she did. Yeah, it's fantastic. So maybe she'll put that up on her page soon, or put it on in her store. But yeah, it's what a beautiful way to decorate a crystal.
She does. She has a lot of jewelry on her site that's beautiful. I just want to spend all kinds of money. It's like, this is my retirement. I got to be careful. Yeah. She's got some amazing jewelry. Someday.
Oh, I'm seeing some new names. I'm sorry, I'm seeing some new names here. Amber Engel Hanford, that's a new one. And welcome to In5D chat. Stephanie Reed, we haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Susan Lynn Schwenger from Canada, welcome to the chat. I'm sorry, and I've missed a bunch of people, and I'm sorry, but you know, everyone that's here.
Oh, Canada.
Yeah. Everyone that's here live with us, thanks for being here. If you're watching on the recorded version, thank you for being here as well. So put your comments below and give us a like, a thumbs up, share it. All that stuff is appreciated.
So would the marketplace thing be on the in5d.net?
.com.
.com.
Yeah, because it you know, it's been around for so long and has a higher website rating. So
yeah, that's pretty cool that you got a .com.
Yeah.
I wish I had a .com.
Yeah, to have
well,
something.
I guess I do. I got Bill Christopher's 58 .com.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's a WordPress, you know. But
Yeah. Well, it's hard to have something with only 4 characters .com anymore. But I was lucky. Universe gave me that name, and in that download that I had, they said, "Here's your website, In5D." I'm like, "Wow, brilliant!"
Caught my attention. Like, yeah, that's where I want to be, in 5D.
Yeah, I don't think I'm smart enough to name it that on my own.
Oh, this time I've been giving you credit. It's like, he's so clever.
No, that was all a download.
Oh, he is clever.
Oh, cool, very cool.
Don't let his disingenuous, I'm not that, no.
Allie does the same thing. But
I want to be in all the dimensions at the same exact time, and that's what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
So
Whew, that's a
Yep.
job. That's a challenge.
It's not an easy thing to do, but you can do it.
yeah, that's what epilepsy is. So
Well, yeah, you can. That's really the difficult way to do it.
trying to be in your body at the same time while your soul's like, no, like,
according to Ian Lungold, he said that at the time when the singularity happens, everything that can possibly happen will happen at the same time. So I guess you will get your wish. We all will have that wish.
Well, I don't know about it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Ladies first, please.
Thank you. I don't know. I'm sure we've all heard many, many times, if you've been in this journey for any amount of years, that we are all experiencing everything at the same time. It's like a book. That's the whole thing. We just open it up to one page, and that's where our focus is. So whatever we're focusing on in our lives now is that particular place, but we can focus on any other dimension or any other. I got it cognitively, experientially, no. You know what I'm saying, though? It's like opening a book, and that's where you focus. So that's where you start living. Yeah, I don't know if that makes any sense. That's what I've heard.
I get it. It's, you got people really should be cognizant of where they're putting their focused intent, because that's where, that's where that's what you're manifesting.
Absolutely.
When you see that, you see yourself and you can physically envision yourself in 5D. You'll be there. And I'm not sure how it's going to happen, but it'll happen instantaneously when it does. That's what I feel.
A good feeling. My friend doesn't tell me anymore. She doesn't say, I hope you have the best day, like she used to. She says, I'm seeing you have the best day. And just hearing that kind of puts me in that mindset. Yes, I am having the best day. If maybe it takes a little more, fake it till you make it. I don't know. I'm a believer in that.
Yeah, no, I do like I'm grateful for everything kind of thing, and I end it with, and how can it get any better than this? I mean, it just makes the day full of possibilities.
Well, you also say on your videos at the end, you'll say, I'm wishing you an awesome day, and the day after is an even more awesome day. It's kind of paraphrasing, but yeah.
Well, if you want to
No,
have an awesome day, you want to put on a snowsuit and come like ski down the little hill here with me.
I would love to go skiing again. That'd be fun.
I mean, we got like, oh, and where I'm at, it feels like 3 feet, but like where my parents are at, they're like, it's only 8 inches. And I'm like, well, there's a difference in the city and the, being in the middle of nowhere, but yeah. We got a lot of snow
Do you guys have snow tubing there?
in Illinois. No, it just feels like you can go skiing at this moment, because there's huge like mounds of snow right now. No, I don't know if there's snow tubing. Or
I
like,
took, I
is
took
there?
my daughter snow tubing in Cooperstown, about 10, 15 years ago. And it was so much fun, even though it was like 3 degrees outside. We'd go down the hill twice, then we'd go inside and have hot chocolate and then go back down the hill twice and hot chocolate. But it was so much fun. Had a blast snow tubing.
yeah,
Sounds fun.
it's a little bit wilder than the sled for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no way to steer that sucker.
No, because you're kind of spinning around. Sometimes you're backwards. You have no idea where you're heading. And, yeah.
And that could be bad in
Yeah.
Western Washington, I'm telling you.
A lot of trees. Yeah.
And them trees are pretty damn hard. They ain't tipping over because you hit them. No.
You're in
Yeah.
Western Washington, Phil?
Yep.
I was in Yelm, south of Tacoma. That's where I moved from.
That's not too far from where I live. I'm a little bit outside of Shelton, Washington.
Yeah. Yeah, know that area really well. I love Nia Bay. I got some native friends up there.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Most beautiful place up there. Gosh.
That's actually Yelm is actually closer than Nia Bay.
Oh,
me.
sure. Yeah, Shelton's about an hour from Yelm, I think. An hour and 10 minutes, as a matter of fact. I drove it a few times. Anyway,
But
I love Western Washington. I miss it greatly. I was so spoiled up there. I just couldn't take everything that was happening. Mostly finances. Husband got hurt on the job. He was forced into retirement, and our income was slashed in half. And it's like, yeah, okay, it's time to go. And actually, I wanted to go to be closer to my niece because we are so close. And it's like we live so far apart, and I'm getting older. This is ridiculous. I don't want to be so far away anymore. So she and her husband have some land and said, come on down here. And we put a home on it. And so she's just down the road from me, down the
Cool.
driveway. And then it turned out that money was better. The first inkling was actually wanting to come down here. And then my husband got hurt. And for finances, we said, yeah, it's a good idea. So we came to Arkansas. Of all places, I would have never thought. Here I am, though.
no, Arkansas is yeah, I think you're gonna be all right there. I don't see any. Well,
There's some nice crystal mines there. That's all I was going to say.
well, yeah, there's some really amazing crystals there.
Mhm.
Yeah, gonna go there someday. But the river, the water, the big lake is like a half a mile away, and that's me. I'll stick to the river tubing. I like being on the water a lot more than snow. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amber saying that the snow where she's at is mid-thigh. Wow. And then Susan said back in 1966 on Today, they had 40 feet of
What? 40 feet? I don't think so. Whoa.
Maybe
What
40 inches, 40 feet. That's a 4-story building. You want to get out of your house.
Even if it was cumulative, man, that's still a lot of snow.
Yeah, that's
Though, Phil, you and I are old enough to remember, the 60s. We always had, like, at least in upstate New York, we always had white Christmases back in the 60s. There was always snow on the ground in December.
Oh, hell. In Wyoming, there was snow on the ground from October.
Until May.
Till March, anyway. No, actually, I can remember a blizzard on the 4th of July.
Wow. In Wyoming.
In Wyoming.
Yet.
So yeah, the snow started early and lasted a long time.
Oh my God. So that left you August and September for spring, summer, and fall.
Yep, pretty much.
Wow, that's crazy.
We had a 75-degree Christmas that whole week. It was so warm this year here. And my nephew says, yeah, it'll start getting cold in December and we'll be back in t-shirts by March. So that's just next
Okay.
month. You know, if I
That's
can
not
make it.
long. Yeah, that's
No.
Yeah.
Winters in Washington weren't that bad. I mean, a heavy snow, maybe a foot every 6 or 7 years. And that was it. You get cold. It stays cold a long time. Using my heat in May, that was ridiculous. I was like, I don't like this. I need some warmth.
There has been some weird energy going on lately. In the last 2 weeks, there's been a lot of like big earthquakes happening. And I know a lot of people don't like to hear that because it's fear mongering, but in order to know what's going on with the earth, you know, you gotta understand what's happening with the weather and everything. And I feel like the earthquakes are, you know, shifting with all that weather. And it's like last weekend or whatever, there was a huge earthquake in California. My friend told me about it. I was like, wow. And just, yeah, it's just weird stuff happening, just like ether stuff. The other day, I just felt really strange. Like I don't know. I tried going to sleep. I ate a special cookie. Okay, and and
There was
it
a
didn't.
cookie and not a brownie.
It was okay. It was a brownie, but it didn't fit in a container. Like the container was like melting in the oven, so I was like, okay, just gonna put it on the. Yeah, so I had to take it out and stuff, but I ate it and I just felt like out of body, like weird feeling. Like I was like, it felt weird. And like the next day I saw like the forecast for the earthquakes and like the weather, and I'm just like, well, and then I found out one old streamer friend died, and I'm like, well, there's just some weirds happening.
Yeah.
So
That
That's
cookie
not fear
probably
mongering.
helped you. No.
No,
That's not fear mongering.
that's
Talking
just,
about
that's reporting.
Yeah, that's just truth.
Reporting that we don't normally get.
Yeah, and Mother Earth is going through, you know, the birthing process right now.
Yeah.
yeah,
And we just we had a geomagnetic storm in the 5 range today, so into the red. It started in the first 6 hours of the day.
Wow. So we've had a flux of photons then, basically, right?
Well, the density was up, yeah, so more photons coming in. But mostly this is the magnetic field around Earth, and it's being really excited. It's called a red storm, you know, a major storm,
Okay.
magnetic storm. But our brains are really affected by, guess what? Magnets.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, if you were having weird dreams, that was probably why.
Mhm.
See, that's what, you know, I constantly think about that. You know, what if there is a magnetic pole flip? What's that going to do with our, you know, the hemispheres of our brains? Will that, you know, make them become interactive with one another, or will we just all go crazy or crazier?
Hey, Crystal Wizard. The sign popped in down here.
Yep.
So we're already seeing the poles moving up from the Antarctica and down. I think they're coming down through Russia, and they're going to meet somewhere out in the Indian Ocean.
Hmm.
And maybe they will flip and go the other way, but maybe they'll just go back to the perspective. But whatever happens, it's going to be kind of bad when they come all together, because our magnetic field has been pretty weak. And really the only reason that we had this storm is because the electromagnetic energy that we're getting from the sun.
Bring it on, you know. Maybe it'll mutate our DNA to something that turns on the remaining unlocked codons or something. I'm not afraid.
Well, I'm not afraid of it either. I mean, it's going to do what it's going to do. As far as our codons, I think they're going to open up as we move up in, certainly as we move up in density, and I'm pretty sure it's going to also go up as we move up in consciousness or dimensionality, where we can
Okay.
see the bigger picture, I guess.
Will that happen for everyone at the same time, do you think? Or will that happen depending on where you're at spiritually?
Well, it's going to happen to most people. How high you go is going to depend on how much work you do, towards that goal.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what I think or what I
Sure.
believe?
Yeah.
We've lived in this the third dimensional fear-based reality most of our lives, and the earth going through we're in the fourth dimension now, which to me is the letting go period. Like, you can't take this baggage into fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is a love-based creative place where we will create our lives, or whatever we create as we go, right? And it's going to be instantaneous, our manifestations. But in 4D, that's where we let go of all this baggage. We let go of whatever the attachments are, whether any of the fear-based stuff, the lies that we've been told, the myths that we are afraid of, or just superstitions, the anxiety, the anger, whatever it is that's keeping us, from moving forward. This is what we're here for, to let go of all that. And like Greg said, maybe it's an individual thing. And I think it is, in a way. I think it'll happen instantaneously for everyone. However, in that instant, it could be 100 years, maybe, I don't know. And to me, it's like the earth is like one cell, and you know how the cell separates into two and starts building. I think that's where we're at. And 3D earth is going to be left here, and we're going to be in 4D or 5D. It's pretty complex, however, and it's hard to explain, though. I think that's where we're at in 4D. And when we are all ready, and when we let go of everything that stands in between the love we have for ourselves and others, keeping us from that, that's when we drop all that. Then we'll be able to move on to 5D. I don't know how long it's going to take. I've been working on it for a while.
Yeah, so have I. I mean,
Who hasn't?
but this is kind of what I talk about in shadow, when you're doing your shadow work. That's exactly what you're doing, is you're kind of going through, let's say, your baggage, and you're taking it out and saying, oh yeah, that doesn't fit, and I'll throw that out, I'll keep this. I mean, it's kind of a process, right? It isn't like, oh, I just throw it all out. No, you have to integrate what the lessons that you learned. I mean, this is how you gain in wisdom and power.
Right.
So it's going to happen to individuals that have been really working at it. I mean, we're going to be like the forerunners, right? Saying, yeah, this is possible. See, kind of a thing. But it is going to come to where, well, we've got these concentric waves coming out from the galactic center, or the logos of this galaxy, right? And it's activating all the star systems as it come out. Alpha Centauri, or Proxima Centauri, excuse me, has already had that happen to its sun, and it was kind of like a big flash, but they were all okay because they were already in 5D. So the sun is waiting on us to get to that state so that we can, but this would be like a totally organic evolution process.
Mhm.
And I'm going to say what happened here in Canada and Ottawa with that 10 to 50,000 trucks and over 100,000 people cheering him along the way, and following him into Ottawa. That raising in consciousness right there. And what did they do when they got there? It was a love in. One of the participants said, if they could only come in here up to the Parliament Hill and feel the love, they would lose the fear. So this tells us we go into love, we raise our vibration up that high anyway, and pretty much all this other stuff should fall away.
I would think that it also is in conjunction with the control systems that are around us. Once they dissipate, it's going to happen quickly.
Yes.
Well,
Because there won't be that.
So
that
this is
negative-
the thing, though. You know, as each one of these individual, let's call them the ascended masters, as they come into their realization that that's who they were and that's what they're here to do. So they ascend in the flesh here on Earth, raising the vibration of Earth. And if enough, the critical mass of that happens, then it's going to convert all the others. It just, you know, when the ocean rises, all ships rise. You know, it isn't like the little ship doesn't rise, but the cruiser does. No, they all rise. So,
Okay.
Let me ask you a question, Phil.
sure.
Now you're talking shadow work, and I keep hearing about shadow work, and I'm wondering where it starts, because I want to know, does shadow work have anything to do with what I've come across as being the void?
Well, yeah, I mean, so the thing about the void, right? It's a
trip.
it's a big trip, yes, but it is not to be feared, because out of that is what Source created all of this, all of you, all of me. You know, that's how it all came out of that void. So you have to be able to look into that void and pull out the creative things that you need to manifest here in this world. So the thing about shadow work, though, is that's just kind of looking back at your life, or getting into that state of kind of a meditative state, and where you're kind of going back and looking at the past traumas, past negative programming that you had. You want to kind of clean all that up, you know, treat it with love. I would say the best way to do shadow work is that first you connect your third eye to your heart, and, you know, and then just visualize. You can call it inner child work. You could call it shadow work. It's just that psychological process of kind of going through there and diffusing the emotions and whatnot of it, and repackaging it and integrating it into making you a stronger soul.
Well, right now, I'm in that situation where it's kind of wandering, and I've been really picked up back when I was 12, and there's certain things every so often, something will come up, and I'll sit down, I'll recognize it, accept it, and find out exactly what's going on with it and exactly why it's still there. I mean, this is real deep.
Right.
It's something it's so deep. I'd forgotten all about a lot of it.
Exactly.
But it's kind of wandering around, and sometimes something comes up a second time. The same thing, I sit there and say, okay, what did I miss?
Right.
And I go back to it again and then look over again. Usually I'll find out, okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And it's these lessons, getting rid of regrets, things that hadn't been resolved.
So you
got to get them out.
Say this, Rob. You're doing shadow work right there, and that's the process right there.
Well, this is stuff I hadn't never touched over.
Right. Well, I mean, though that is probably the best way to do your shadow work, is whenever you have something triggers you and you're having this reaction instead of a response, then yeah, that's a good time to examine, why am I reacting this way? What is it about this situation that makes me, you know, wiggy? And I know that's a real hard thing to do, but, you know, that's kind of what you got to do. And we need to do it.
I jumped from one spot where I could close my eyes and I could start seeing things. And then I went from that to total darkness. I've been kind of wandering around. These things are coming up and coming at me, and they're things that I've got to resolve. And I keep moving forward. Like, you ever looked at a nice black lacquered paint job? That's how dark it was when it first started. Now it's kind of, it's lightened up, and now things are starting to open up, etc. That's been about 5 months. But as far as what you were talking about, the things that I'm talking about are suppressed and they're real deep down.
Yeah.
So that, as far as shadow work, that'd be something. I went through a lot of that just from memory on that, and then I just moved on forward. Now I'm at this point here, and the thing is don't expect anything and don't ignore anything.
Right. Well, and Rob, you don't have to do it alone either. The Archangel Raphael would be good for that. He's, you know, a very healing kind of entity, and doesn't matter whether you believe in that entity or not. So we can call that a ET or whatever you want to call it. But there are an entity, an archetype of the healer that you can call in to help you in this work. You don't have to do it alone.
Like passing through the Great White Wall.
Well, the Great White Brotherhood, whatever you want to call, whatever you want to bring it, Source, God, Krishna.
I've already been on the other side of that wall.
Oh, well then, hell, you know where you're going.
I was just curious about the void, because I hadn't heard it before, and I looked at some charts and I saw that, you know, up high it's way up there it's up above 5D. Let's put it that way.
I've been inside the void. I am the void. We are all the void. So it's just you having to accept the void for who she is, and accepting, you know, what you've gone through your entire life. And, you know, it might be hard to handle that shadow work, but for me, I went through a huge, like, spiritual, like, psychological, like I don't believe in anything anymore. Like, I just feel like it's all man-made in a way. So I'm like, you know, all the rules of spirituality, I'm just like, you know, I don't just believe it. I don't believe in anything. I'm just going day by day now. And, you know, whether I, you know, inspire someone each and every single day, that's, you know, it's up to you of how you can handle your own shadow work and what you're able to evolve from your own self. So it's just up to you of what you interpret it to be for your own self, because we can all have many ways of saying what the void is and what shadow work is, but it's just up to you of how you create it and how you
I like how Elena describes it in the chat. She said the void is the primordial womb of unborn creation.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of how I was describing it. And you could view it as a feminine power, and then the god speaks and it stirs the waters, right? Or the void, and a star is born. Yay. Now we have light. So yeah, it is, the void is what is the matrix of creation.
Well, I have a chance here real quick. I just want to welcome Crystal Wizard to the chat. There's been a conversation going on, and we haven't been able to bring you in, and so I just want to welcome you into the chat anyway right now. We'll bring you in a sec.
Appreciate the info, everybody.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, you know, I tried to get on for years on my computer, but my internet is no good. But I'm on my phone now, so I guess it's working. I can see you all great this time, so this is good.
I wonder why it didn't work on your computer.
Yeah, just probably my internet. I have like kind of cheap internet. It works for watching videos, you know.
Okay.
But
all right. Where are you from?
Kansas City.
All right. Okay.
Oh.
And
yeah,
what
slots, yeah.
I'm a Chiefs fan also, and I think the game was fixed. As a matter of fact,
of course you think that.
I posted something. Well, I posted something on my
Oh, I'm sorry.
personal Facebook page that apparently there's two coaches right now that are saying that they certain teams, the Browns and the Dolphins, threw the games. And they were paid. These
Oh.
coaches were paid a lot of money to throw the game. So, we've heard rumors about the NFL being fixed, but now it's coming out as the truth. So once again, the conspiracy theorists were right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why my family always asks me, why don't you watch football games? Well, it's just boring.
And they're fixed.
And they're fixed. So what led to your awakening? When did you awaken?
I started talking about this last time. We were breaking up, and I mentioned the pyramids. Crystal, I started getting into crystals when I found out the pyramids were made of crystal stone. And you mentioned something about 9/11, and that was big because that was like the government side of things, because I was already spiritual, just kind of my whole life, but I didn't know about all the evil. You have to look at both sides. If you just get stuck on, how do you know what they're up to if you don't investigate, the other side? So, there's definitely some kind of energy weapon used there, or a demolition of some kind.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
I mean, there's so many conspiracy theories that kind of explain exactly what happened, way better than how mainstream press tried to play it. So,
Well, it's funny how all of these conspiracy theories, there's so many. There's some that I buy into a good majority of them, probably at least 70% of them. But one, the most recent one that became validated again is the one of the moon landing hoax. And apparently this general that was on his deathbed confirmed that it was a hoax. He can say the studio that it was in, he can name 15 people that are still alive that were part of it, and the town that it was in. So, and people look at you like you're crazy if you bring these topics up, but it's been proven time and time and time and time again, the conspiracy theorists were right.
well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, here's the thing about the moon landings and all that. Some of those did happen, but they certainly, on that first one, they had a film that they had ready just in case something went. They didn't want to take a chance, and then especially after the first one, they probably all of them were staged after that, because what were they dealing with? Ships along the horizon, they're out there giving them the finger or something like that. I don't know.
Well, they say that there's a lot going on the dark side as well. That's a conspiracy theory I can't prove one way or the other, but it makes sense. It wouldn't surprise me. We'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's one thing we can prove, that the moon is hollow, because they dropped a second stage rocket body onto the moon after they'd set out all these seismic graphs around there, and the damn moon rang like a bell for 6 hours.
Rang like a bell. Yeah.
I was told we went to the moon once, but we were met with such hostility. They said, don't you ever come back. And so we've just not been back at all.
But the thing is, people are wondering how they got past the radiation belt.
Yeah, that's BS. I don't think we ever went there at all. I really don't, because just like that, can't get past it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna argue on that one.
Okay.
Because actually they coded their, admittedly, that aluminum alone is not going to protect you, but they had a coating of gold, which is a good radiation barrier.
Right.
So I think that they could have gotten, and besides that, they're traveling at an escape velocity of 17,000 miles per hour or something like that. So, they're trucking through it. I mean, did they get a nasty dose of radiation? Yeah, probably.
I like how you said they're trucking through it.
Well, they were moving. I mean, they weren't dawdling. It's not like I was driving my car, 30 miles an hour or 60 miles.
But with all the trucking things that are going on right now. Yeah. I want to give a quick shout out to Christina. Thank you for the super chat. Go ahead. Go ahead, Phil.
No, I'm fine.
Okay. But yeah, there's some conspiracy theories that I won't dig. I won't get into.
Flat
Because
Earth.
I spent. What's that?
So like the flat Earth theory.
Yep. I wasn't gonna say that.
Okay, so the only way I'm going to give the flat earthers any credit at all is if we start talking about dimensional planes, and yeah, those kind of look flat. But that doesn't mean we aren't living on a spinning globe, rotating around another spinning globe that we call a sun.
Within that plane, right?
Yeah, within that plane. So
Yeah.
just depends on how you look at it, and you can't confuse the two.
It's really, I'll tell you what, it's an interesting topic, but it can never be proven. So you're just wasting your time.
Well, I mean, it can be proven. We can take the naysayer, put him in a TRV-40, take him up, put him in a little spacesuit and kick him out the side there until he says, okay, I say it is a globe. I've rotated around this one time. Please let me come back in.
You guys need to watch Bro Sanchez sometime on YouTube.
Okay.
BRO Sanchez.
Any relation to Elena?
Maybe. Yeah. He talks about flat Earth and everything, and brings together spirituality and all sacred geometry, and just looks at everything in a different way.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on YouTube, been on there for a while. So I think it's Bro Sanchez, BRO. I think maybe there's an underscore Sanchez, but you'll find it, I'm sure.
In the chat, New Age Luke is saying, no, you can get past the Van Allen belt because they had their own gravitational field around the ship with the Hanabu Nazi Bell Mercury red iron powder doped vortex engines that they had. I didn't understand that, but
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's talking about honeybees, which are the, have you heard of their Glock?
No.
Okay, so the Der Glock is a creation of the Nazis, of Thule Society, let's call them that.
Okay, gotcha.
So they channeled this information on how to create this thing. And basically, it's in the shape of a bell. And it has what they call red mercury, which is basically iron and mercury mixed together into a form that's still liquid. And they were circulating it in a torus kind of pattern, and pumping a lot of electricity into this bell. And they had it like on chains. And there's a big circle that they had there, and they had it chained down, and it would raise up into the sky, emitting, I think this a blue glow or something like that. So anyway, that's became supposedly the engines for their honeybee ships that could raise up. But that's the Nachtwaffen, or the dark fleet, that's basically they were on the moon by, let's say, 1938. And they actually built a base up there in the form of a swastika.
Wow.
On the dark side of the moon. So that's that story, as I understand it.
Where's that information coming from? That they built a base in the shape of a Nazi swastika?
That's coming from Gaia and Cosmic Disclosure.
Okay.
David Wilcock and Corey Good.
Okay.
But I mean, I've heard it from other people too, so it isn't like. And I can't remember the older author of that. But I mean the whole Brill Society and Thole Society.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's been around for a long time.
Yes. The Vril were written about in the late 1800s. Believe it or not.
Right. Well, Maria Osevich was their lead psyche, and supposedly she made contact with some Nordics, and they downloaded all this information, and that's in another source that I can't remember. So I guess I shouldn't mention it, but I did.
So, yeah, I got some new people once again. I'm loving the seeing new faces in the chat. New Age Luke was one, and we have Gina Lee. Welcome to Spirit Chat, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Where do you see all these people? I only see 6.
Well, he's looking on the
Other side.
YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got my Zoom condensed into a small little box, and then I can follow to the right of that all the comments that are going on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Greg, I didn't know we were going to be on today, but I got my shirt on today.
How about that? Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Greg. I did know we were going to be on today, and I didn't put on my other shirt.
Bill, you probably have
that
like
shirt.
15 of them. I don't know how many you have. You have a lot.
I have one for about every color, I think.
Just about, yeah. Wow.
If I don't, I'll get one.
I'll get there. I'm gonna get more.
I don't know how to pronounce this name. Kiwi Ski, I guess. Is that how you pronounce it? Qyeeeskee. Kiwi Ski. Anyway, welcome to Spirit Chat, Kiwi Ski. And Fern Crone Carolyn. So, and Nefertiti 12. So yeah, welcome everybody.
You feeling all right, Greg?
Yeah.
Oh, because you were going back and forth for a little bit, so I didn't know if you were.
Well, you're picking up on it. Yeah, my chest. It's hard to sit up and
something, man. I could have put you in a Reiki distant, or you can put you in a Reiki distant.
It's hard to sit in the same spot at this, because my chest is basically wired together right now. And yeah, I feel good. I just gotta lean back occasionally and come back up again. I'll be all right.
Sorry, I noticed like little details. It's terrible as an artist,
You are correct. You are correct.
Well, it's observant.
Oh, that's psychic.
So Elena is saying that she's done cooking for her children, and now she'll jump on in a minute. So she'll be in here. So we have another Sanchez coming. A different shit Sanchez. Yeah.
I feel really blessed to be here. I've been wanting to participate for a long time, and I watch all afterward, and it's like, gotta get there live sometime. So hopefully I'll participate more. I like the crowd here, like the energy.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate that. Thank you for joining us, Mario. Phil's been on just about every one. Desiree's been on quite a few.
Yeah. I'm familiar
Yeah.
with Phil's face. So Desiree has seen a few times. I've never seen Crystal Wizard before.
Mhm.
I'm sure I've seen some of these other names. I just
Yeah, you get
Always
used
like
to seeing people on Spirit Chat, and yeah, Phil's definitely probably one of them.
Yeah,
most
I'm
popular.
like that guy on that bar show, you know, Mel or something. Hey, Mel, always there.
Norm.
Norm.
Norm!
Cheers.
Yeah, Norm.
Norm.
Though I'm far from normal.
What is normal?
Yeah, I kind of like wonder when you're not here. It's like I wonder, Phil's okay,
Yeah,
or if he's chatting with Yara or something. I don't know.
yeah. No, not this late in the day.
What is that stone behind you on your right, Phil? What is that? Is that your right or your left? I'm guessing it's your right.
Yeah, it is my right. This is a massive amethyst.
Amethyst. I can see that now. Wow, that is huge.
Yeah, it is heavy.
Wow.
It's nice.
Yeah, it kind of tips the desk that way.
Right.
Yeah, I had to, because I'm moving, I had to downsize, and I got rid of this 72-pound amethyst cathedral.
Oh
antlers.
no, man, no.
Yeah. And I sold it for like I paid over $800 for it like 10 years ago, something like that. 7 years ago, 8 years. It's worth. I looked them up. They're worth like now over $1,000.
Yeah, I
So
would say.
I think I sold it for like 400.
Oh no.
Oh, I would have given you more. And I paid shipping. Oh my God. I'd have driven down there to get it.
Paid shipping, 72 pounds. For
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that would have cost a lot of money.
Yeah, but for an amethyst like that.
It's huge. Yeah, it was huge.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Jurgen.
That's okay.
Yeah, that is too bad.
Got to downsize. I got rid of a lot of stuff. I just don't. I'm moving into a smaller place, so I just don't have the room for a lot of stuff. So I'm basically giving it all away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm sorry, man. I would have thrown out something else.
Yeah.
Right?
Off the bed or the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I went to a good home. This father bought it for his daughter. So, being a dad, and having a daughter, I totally get it. What a great gift. So,
Well, what a great buy.
yeah. 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 Oh, there was.
I hope he fucking appreciates how bad he scalped you there.
I listed it on Facebook, and as soon as I put it up there, I probably had 20 people asking about it. And I just had to be, go in order of how they, and it was one of the first people that put in an inquiry about it. So.
Oh, so nobody else inquired?
Oh, a bunch of, there was like 20 people, but.
Well, gosh, I wish I would have known, because I would have paid you $800 just to keep the damn thing.
Jesus. Yeah, you could pick it up the next time you're in Florida.
All right, yeah.
It's
You
okay.
can see me trying to take that back on the airport. Yeah.
Right? Carry on.
I have another seat for this.
Yeah, put it in the overhead.
No, I remember that piece. No, it's going to get its own seat with a seat belt.
Yeah.
Small child. Yeah.
It's my baby. That's great.
No, nowadays the airline would take that seat from you and give it to somebody who's, breathing and a human, and it doesn't matter. I think that's sad. I've seen too many stories where they just, I don't know, maybe it's fake news. Just lately seems like there's an awful lot of videos showing up where there's people on the airlines that are they paid for the seat for their child or whatever, or but the airlines overbook, and so they just pick and choose, Put the kid on your lap. It's like, but I paid for the seat so he could have his car seat. Well, we can't have the car seat on here. What? Okay. I got to stay away from that stuff. I get so mad.
Yeah. Well, and we have to watch out because I mean, a lot of this is just shit to depress us, right? They
Yeah.
are big time trying to keep our energy down
Mhm.
because they don't want us doing like Canada up there and getting our love vibe going way up high.
Well, luckily I have a lot of woods around me. I can go hiking every day, and I got a lot of chickens and guineas. Although they like to be called Italian Americans, I guess. That's a joke.
Oh,
Sheep, little guinea chickens. They are so noisy. I love them though. And sheep and dogs, cats. So I got a lot of animals around me. There's a
Yeah.
red cardinal that comes to my front bush every day. I don't know the meaning of the red cardinal, but it's beautiful.
Dolores Cannon does.
yeah.
You should ask.
A
Not
red
in
cardinal
my-
means a loved one that's come to say hi to you, someone that's passed or you've currently been thinking about. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then they
Is
help
that-
with the dreams and ambitions that you're currently going through. So they're also like a sign for like if you're going through like a depressive state too. So they're kind of like an upper. Same with the blue jay. Blue jays are very on the same scale as the the cardinal, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Got
it's
blue jays
amazing.
all around lately.
Nice. Well, I know most of the other meetings. I'm like the hawk, there's a hawk that follows me around constantly, which I consider a blessing. That's a messenger to me in Native American. And so that, and the cardinal really, that could mean a half a dozen people that are on my mind that have passed in the past, my life, 30 years, whatever, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. Yeah, I think I have a lot of people that visit me a lot. I do. I mean, the people have passed. I can sense them, just certain energies,
Mhm.
Right.
I used to dream real clearly, very, very, and remember my dreams. And I could remember when people come. Now I wake up and I remember, it's like, okay. And before I can open my eyes and get a piece of paper and write it down, it's gone. It's like completely wiped from my memory. And that's the way it's been for the past couple months. And I'm like, I love my dreams. So it's been challenging because I use them as guides for so much. Now I feel like I'm on my own.
Do you keep a journal by your bedside so you
Yeah,
can
that's what
write?
I said. Yeah, I'm ready. It's just, but before I can open my eyes and get my pen, it's wiped from my memory. And before
Well,
in that waking state, I try to repeat certain things and repeat it because like if I want to remember something during the day, I will yell it out to the wall, so I'll remember doing that, and it comes back. So I try to repeat it. Anyway, I'm having a hard. It'll come back to me little bits and pieces throughout the day if I got clues or if I see something that reminds me. It's really difficult lately, though. So
well, what I would recommend is that you, irregardless of what you think's happening, and as you wake up, it seems like it's going away, but just start writing down something I was dreaming about, and just let the pen go.
yeah, okay, yeah, it might come to me that way. Okay, I'll try that. Yeah,
I mean, it's worth a try.
Sure.
And what you're going to get one of two things. You're either going to get the dream, or you're going to get some automatic writing there that will also bring messages through to you. And you're in that you're in a theta state, so you're right for having contact from
right,
up above,
right.
your higher self, your spirit guides,
Mhm.
any of that. So
Okay.
According to Sonia Choquette's book, True Balance, she says that if you drink lemon water before you go to bed, it'll help you retain and remember your dreams.
Okay, I'll write that down too.
Mhm.
I feel like having an orgasm before you go to bed really helps too. Sorry.
That would literally just wake me up. I would be wide awake. Yeah,
Sorry.
Behave.
that's a little too much information. I suppose. It's probably going to go on YouTube, and the whole world is going to see this. Okay. Well, uh-oh.
Well, that's right.
What was the name of that lady that suggested the lemon water?
Sonia Choquette, Sonia Choquette. The book is called True Balance. I've bought that book, I don't know how many times, to give as gifts to other people.
You must have mentioned it before, because looking at this, it looks familiar. Her name looks familiar. I'm sure I've seen it.
Uh-huh.
So, okay. I'm gonna try the lemon water. I just got some fresh lemons the other day.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Very cool. Yeah. Give it a shot. Also, I have pretty wild dreams when I take melatonin. If I'm having a hard time falling asleep, I'll take like a 5 or 10 milligram tablet of melatonin. And when I do, that I usually have pretty crazy dreams, pretty intense. Usually my dreams are pretty cool to begin with, but yeah. So
Yeah.
you might want to take a melatonin and wash it down with lemon water.
I've tried melatonin before when I was working at the night shift long time ago in New Mexico, and it didn't really help me sleep.
No?
At the same time, I'm not a day sleeper. The sun can be just the tiniest bit awake and I'm wide awake, like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
And so to sleep during the day has been really challenging. Well, I say it back then, that was probably 30 years ago. So I tried again. Why not? I mean, my sleeping has been weird most of my life for a lot of reasons. I say that, and I've never been overtired. I always feel refreshed. So 4 hours a night and not all together. It's weird. And that's okay though. I could try. I'm not a pill taker. I try not to. I'm just such a stubborn fool that I push myself as far as I possibly can. And so I'm pretty stubborn. However, I will try to take some melatonin. I'm not going to promise. I will try. We'll see. I'm open to it anyway. All right.
Yeah.
And then maybe I just need to meditate a little more before bed. I get lazy sometimes,
Well, blue light is kind of indicated for causing us not to be able to sleep as well as we used to be able to. So you might try blue blockers or something like that when you're getting close to bedtime.
Blue blockers like the kind you wear, or like on
Yeah, it's like sunglasses, or I think they're usually orange or red.
Well, isn't that just, well, okay. Would that be for like normal lighting or just like the
Oh,
computer?
I mean, like this your TV screen or your computer screen, which let's say we're all attached to it right now, right? So yeah, that's emitting a blue light.
Yeah. I have it on my phone, a blue blocker or whatever on my phone. So I try not to look at my phone that much. It's so hard. I'm so addicted. Uh-oh.
No. I was just going to say there's an article on In5D. It's called 30 Signs That You're Wired Differently Than Normal People, because you were saying how, the slightest bit of daylight will wake you up. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah. But this is an interesting article because there's so many signs that many of us experience. And I've talked to many people that have all of them, actually, or just about all of them, like exceptional intuitive abilities, body marking that resembles a star map, maybe. You look or feel younger than your personal age, unusual sleep patterns. Synchronicities happen on a daily basis. You go in and out of worlds. You have adverse reactions to big pharma.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have an adverse reaction to big pharma.
Yeah. Without taking any. Yeah. You can remember at least one past life. You have a connection to UFOs and ETs. You're able to learn information in this genre easily. You see things that other people cannot see. You have contact with your spirit guides, guardian angels, etc. You're a natural healer.
Yep.
You have allergies and food intolerances.
Oh my goodness. Yep.
You're discovering newly found abilities. You've seen beings from other dimensions or galaxies.
Yeah.
You feel that Earth is not your home. You volunteered to come to this planet. You
I was pushed.
you physically see orbs. You're clumsy. You're a master
Oh
manifest.
my God, yes.
You
Yeah.
receive messages and or downloads from creator source. You feel somewhat awkward speaking.
Mm.
You've experienced bouts of vertigo. Your body temperature is below normal. You're a rebel or nonconformist
Mm.
or conspiracy theorist. You're like a magnet to children. The element of time seems awkward. You're an introvert. Your body temperature rises at night while sleeping. There's Christina modeling one of our shirts. And that was it. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I can't tell you how many of those hit. I mean, people used to say, you know, I have to, and I know I have to be careful what I wish for because it'll manifest like within a couple weeks. It's like I really have to be careful what I ask for or what I don't ask for anything. I just say thank you in my prayers. Thank you for whatever.
Thank you, universe. Yeah.
Thank you for all the abundance, whatever. I mean, wow, that okay. So I knew I was an
I put
oddball.
I put a link to that article
Thank
in
you.
the chat. So
Yeah,
if I remember,
Hey, most people here
Well.
probably have a fair number of those happening to them
Oh, yeah.
that are watching this channel or on
Yeah.
this channel.
We've done a video on that where we just basically covered everyone. We took our time and covered everyone, and you can find that on YouTube where we talk about every one of these. And like I said, you can find the article right there in the chat. So
That's great. I'm telling you. You know, and that's the beauty of this internet age, because we can find each other, you know, all over the world. Amazing. It's just amazing.
Yes.
And it's a blessing to me. Because going out door to door, hey, you want to talk spiritual matters? People don't like that.
Right.
Well, I have started just talking about stuff like that, and actually, I found some people actually kind of respond, or they know what I'm talking about anyway. So yeah, you can do it. It's just basically you just have to not give a shit about how you be viewed.
See, I can't do that door to door, but I'll do that like if I'm standing in line at the grocery store.
Oh, people come right up to you and start talking, I bet. Telling their whole life story to you.
Well, you know, tonight I had to go to the grocery store, and as I was checking out, I said, you know, I had like 20 items. I said, keep it under $20 for 20 items. That's not going to happen.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put Dollar Tree anymore.
And I said, yeah, look at this hyperinflation that we're having. You know, we weren't paying this much for groceries under Trump. And the cashier goes, don't get me going on politics. I go, you know, the gas is like twice as much now. I remember it being under $2 a gallon. I know. Don't get me going. Don't.
Yeah, Dollar Tree is not even a Dollar Tree anymore. It's $1.25 now.
Yeah.
Like
At least, yeah.
Well, I identify with, you know, as someone with just unbelievable abundance. So, you know, I don't know where that was going.
I identify as a tree, so I'm.
I hope thank you.
I identify as a wizard. Does that make me one? I don't know.
Yes. I feel like I was one of the people that helped design the earth, honestly. I'm short, so I think I did all the little bushes that I could, you know. It's funny. I don't know. Anything is possible. That's what I believe. Anything, infinite possibilities.
I just named myself Wizard, so
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah.
There you go. Nefertiti in the chat saying a can of soup costs $2.59.
Yeah.
Well,
Crazy.
I know I order my food through Instacart, and I noticed my last bill was $300
Wow.
for food that'll probably last me 2 weeks.
You got 4 bags, right? for $300.
Yeah, about that. 4 bags, right? No, actually, I think it was only 3.
Really? Holy shit.
Well, I ordered some supplements, so those are getting really pricey now.
Yeah, that's $100 a bag. 3 bags, $300.
Yep.
But yeah, you're right. Supplements, yeah, they are costly, especially if you get like the organic and yeah.
Right, and you can't claim them on your insurance either.
No,
Even
no.
though they're better for you than the pharmaceuticals. Usually, I mean,
I just Nefertiti said it was Progresso soup, and I was so mad. I was talking to Allie. What I do is I like if I make chicken or turkey, I'll take leftovers and make soup out of that, and then freeze the remainder of it. So there's nothing better than homemade soup. Period.
yeah.
Canned soup can't come close to it.
Well, no, because you don't get in the herbs and stuff that you want.
Yeah.
At the proper proportion for how you like it to taste,
Yeah, a good soup, the broth itself will be like, you could almost say that's all I need is the broth. It's that delicious, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Big lover of broth, boy. I love broth. Chicken broth mostly. I think chicken broth is like a cure-all to me.
Yep, chicken noodle soup. That was a cure for the cold, wasn't it?
Yep.
Nefertiti also said if Trump was right about anything, he was right about fake news. He was also right about everything. What was that? Everything the woke does turns to shit or something like that. What was that quote?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Everything woke turns to shit. Something along. He
So
was
far,
right.
that's been true.
Yeah, can't argue that.
I'd like to think that he's going to come back and fix things. However,
Well, no, he
better
isn't going to
than
come
to,
back and fix
put my
anything.
faith in humans.
We got to fix it.
Yeah.
It's up to us now.
No
Oh, yeah,
saviors.
I think.
No saviors.
No.
Claudette's saying that she freezes her homemade soup, and Susan is saying bone broths are good for people. Yeah, and that's what I do. I'll take like the chicken carcass or like a turkey, and I'll just put that all in the soup and drain everything out, strain it all. But yeah, I'll simmer it for like 8 hours and get that really good broth. Then I'll add, a bunch of herbs and spices, then veggies and more chicken, and I use it's like a linguine kind of pasta, and I break it up into small pieces like that. And it's for me, it's the best kind of noodle you can use for soup if you're making a chicken noodle soup. So, yeah.
No, well, the best are homemade noodles, eh?
Well, yeah, but yeah,
It is a process.
yeah, that is. I don't have the time for that.
Oh, that doesn't take that long. An hour.
Does it?
Well,
Well,
it's good. Cornbread.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, cornbread's good.
Mm.
That's the only thing I liked about ham and beans is that first day, because you had cornbread. Then you had to eat just the ham and beans for the rest of the week without cornbread. No, no, I will never do that again.
Mhm.
So no ham and beans. Not doing it. Because if I'd made ham and beans, I'd be eating it for a damn month.
Ham and beans. I've never heard of that. I've heard of pork and beans, but not. Well, I guess pork is ham, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
No, basically, the way it worked, we'd have a ham dinner on Sunday, right? And then whatever was left over went into the ham and beans, and that's what we had for the rest of the week.
I was looking at prices of meat when I was at the grocery store, and for like a whole ham, so close to $60.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
I should start raising hogs again. Damn. and just sell a little chunk of them.
Right? Well, Dolores Cannon says you shouldn't be eating pork. She said chicken's probably, if you're going to eat meat, chicken's probably the best one, according to Dolores Cannon. But you know, I eat beef, I eat chicken, I eat fish. So it is what it is. But,
Yeah,
Eat
same.
all of
I
it.
eat it all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can't eat ground meat anymore though. Ground sausages, ground beef, can't do it. My body
No?
will not tolerate it.
well,
And
that's probably one of the things that should have been on that list was you know, developing food intolerances that you never had before.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So chicken is probably the thing I eat most and often. It's like I crave the chicken. It's weird. It's okay though. You know, sandwiches. I'm trying to let go of bread. I don't like it anymore. I just don't like
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could get rid of bread
Mhm.
too. 'Cause now that I know how they process wheat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I started making my own with whole wheat, you know, instead of the bleached flour.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, I mean, I
You have a
don't.
bread maker?
Nope.
Okay, you just
I
bake it
got
in
one
the
for
oven.
Christmas.
My
Okay.
hands.
But yeah, you just bake it in the oven instead of the bread maker, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a bread
Most
pan
of-
helps.
Bread
Most of
pan.
my family is gluten intolerant, so we have you gotta have arrowroot powder. You know, there's different ways of creating things without all that, you know, bleach and shit in it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm half Italian. I try but I'm half made of pasta and bread. So
What's the matter for you, huh?
exactly, you know.
I'm a
So,
quarter Italian, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Mangia. Eat.
Mangia, man. My mom would say that. Manja, man. But I hate that shit. I don't want to eat else. Manja. No.
No. I got these fat cells, honestly. Lots of pasta as a kid. I like pasta.
I get sick if I eat pasta anymore. It's gotta be gluten
you?
free.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything
Oh.
has to be gluten free.
Wow.
Like rice noodles or
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it's whole grain, everything has to be like whole, you know, real, you know. So
Yes.
it's like
That's what I can't tolerate. I was raised on white bread, went to wheat bread because I thought that was healthier. And about 4 or 5 years ago, it's like, I can't, what is it in my stomach is what's going on? And somebody suggested stop with the whole wheat. And I did. And immediately it stopped hurting. So I don't do whole wheat. It's weird. So a lot of French bread, Italian bread, pretzel bread.
Des, how old were you, Des, when you found out about the gluten intolerance?
2 years ago. I'm 30 now, 28.
So you were eating like milk and ice cream and stuff like that all up until then, but you had no idea what was causing you to feel.
Yeah, all these like spells. Yeah, and I still have the spells on a daily basis, but it's like having to do that exercise, get on a routine. And it's like my mom, she say hi to everybody. No, she thinks she's celiac, and they tested her and they say no. But if she has like even a small amount of gluten or anything that's, like that, we're sick, for 2-3 days after, and it sucks, having to do that because you can't go to restaurants, you can't eat the normal food that everybody else eats. So
Nope.
it's like,
No.
So from what you're saying is the planet that you're from doesn't have gluten,
Yeah.
probably not.
or it
No.
just finds it intolerable.
Like I said, I'm a tree, so I identify as a tree. So just give me water.
water and sun, right?
Yeah. Hey, Lena.
That'd be awesome, actually.
Hey, Alina.
You made it.
Nice.
I made it.
Yay.
Oh, there's
Wait, I'm making.
our sister Sarah in the chat. She just joined us. Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
So where's your camera, Elena?
I'm putting it on in a minute. My coffee
All right.
got cold. I'm heating it up.
Oh. You can't have your camera on while you're eating coffee.
No. Too distracting.
That would embarrass the coffee. Yeah. There you are. Good seeing you
There's
again.
my coffee.
Look how embarrassed it is.
Nice to see. Yeah, the coffee's blushing now.
Yes. So what's new with you, Elena?
You know, the world.
Okay.
I've just been like really processing a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It feels like we're in a huge acceleration. A really nice, exciting one though.
I've heard that from others as well. Yeah. Something's going on, speeding up process. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of like deep, darkish bottom stuff.
Mm.
It seems
So
like it's getting ready to get together. Like the two polarities, they're like lining up. They're gonna merge. They're gonna be one. No more duality. That's happening. I think the humans are not quite ready though, but they're getting ready. They're like this close.
we're just kind of talking about that, how, the feeling is that, well, Phil was talking about, 5D, and then I was kind of adding on to it that, once we lose the control and, the subservience, the control, the conformity, all that oppression and tyranny, once that's gone, what's left? Love.
Such
right?
such a large amount though, like it's so ready that it's instantly gonna be 60, 70 available on Earth, and then the people who weren't ready yet will be in 5D. So like it's gonna be 5D, 60, 70 at the same time. It's so ready, like so many people are so ready.
I've heard about that, and I think that I was talking to Ellie about this, that I don't want to miss anything. It's like when you have children, the best advice I was given when my ex was pregnant about raising a child was, don't look forward to all the milestones because you're going to miss everything in between. So I don't want to jump to 60 or 70. I want to enjoy the ride. 70 to 5D, I'll be good with it.
Yeah, they'll all be on Earth at the same time. I think like the 5D communities, they'll still eat meat like in a healthy way though. Yeah. They'll probably do it in some kind of healthy way.
It could be manifested out of like leaves or something like that,
Yeah,
or
and then like 60 will be like people that are activating their light body the whole way. And then they're like in the middle of transition, and then 70 is like full light body. They don't eat food, so that those communities, like they'll just be building stuff. They won't be busy growing anything. But 60 and 5D, they'll be growing stuff, but all right next to each other. Like they can go and just travel all around and still be together.
Susan in the chat said to grind cashews. Make your own peanut butter, plus cashews is a very healing nut. I imagine that would be yummy. Cashew peanut butter. That sounds delicious.
Almond butter is good. I bet cashew butter would be even better.
Yeah. Pistachio butter would be really good. Wow. You guys are making me hungry.
I have cashews, pecans, and walnuts in my house as often and as most as I can. They go into everything.
I was buying those pistachios in the green bag. I think it's called, the brand is called Wonderful. They're so good. Really, really good. But they keep raising the price on them. It's like $10 for a large bag of them. Can't afford it. Yeah.
Do you remember when they used to be red? They used to dye them red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. That's
So
good.
glad. Yeah.
There's
Oh.
Phil.
I didn't see the reason. People didn't like green nuts, I guess.
Or red fingers.
Yeah. Yes, red. Mhm.
You know, most people eat hot Cheetos so their fingers get red, you know.
Yeah.
I don't eat that. I couldn't eat those.
I don't remember
That's
the last
gluten,
time.
so I can't.
Cheeto. Wow. I used to love Cheetos too when I was a kid.
I like
So
the
that
crunchy
will-
ones.
Or like Oreo cookies. I used to love that. And then you hear what the stuffing is in the cookie and how horrible it is for you. You're like, fuck. Everything good is like bad for you. You know?
Pizza.
See, that's one comfort food. I don't feel horrible about eating.
Pizza.
Yep. I don't feel bad. There's actually some gluten-free pizzas that are really good. I've got one in my freezer. I forgot the brand name, but it's a really good gluten-free pizza. It's delicious.
Have you tried the cauliflower ones?
Oh, I haven't. I don't like cauliflower. Nasty. Do
I
you like
made
it?
personal pizzas tonight.
I like the crunchiness of it.
Yeah. I just don't like cauliflower. I wish I did.
Yeah, I don't know whether I can eat pizza ever again.
Really?
Well, not after the video I saw today.
Well, I have to make
Alright.
my own. I can't eat store-bought pizza. That's horrible. I know.
Yeah, a
Go
lot
ahead,
of people
Phil.
have nightshade, so you know tomato is nightshade. So yeah.
Phil, ruin our pizza experience. What did you see?
Yeah.
No, I can't talk about this on YouTube.
Okay. Well, did you have you talked about it yet on BitChute?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go back and listen to it tonight. Was that on tonight's video?
Yep.
Okay. Because I don't remember you saying that beforehand.
Right.
Actually, there's one pizza place that I would recommend, and that's Mod Pizza, MOD, made on demand. And you can watch every move they make. You see the toppings, you pick it out yourself. Oh, there's people. Hi, people.
Frankie G in the chat says homemade pizza is the best.
Yeah, that'll be about the only way I'd eat it from now on.
Okay.
So, I'm
You
just
got me
not going.
curious, Phil.
Well, Cosmo Pizza. I'll just leave it at that.
Yep. Ping
Oh,
pong.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I want to watch that. 'Cause I enjoy pizza. I don't eat it often, but
Yeah.
My mom makes the best homemade.
Just if you see anybody making mention of it and out of context, be very wary, I would say.
yes.
Probably should watch it just so you'll know the things to watch for.
Okay. So does your mom makes a great homemade pizza?
Mm-hmm.
What
She
makes it
makes-
so special?
Oh,
Her love.
Aw.
I agree. That's the best ingredient you can put into anything.
It is, and her being a cook, she wants to get into being a chef and go, be really cool if she does, because there's not a lot of gluten-free places or a lot of gluten-free teachers out there, and she's learned how to become gluten-free and dairy-free by herself. And
Wow.
it's really hard when you're hypoglycemic, you have celiacs, you have to have lots of protein and then have to be gluten-free at the same time, but then eat lots of vegetables. It's really hard, to eat real food when prices are going up and it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw. Yeah, you're so limited on what you can have, and and like you said, with the pricing going up, damned if you do and damned if you don't, right? It's not like you can go to a restaurant, and most places might have one or two things, or some not even any.
Yep, because the reason why a lot of restaurants don't do gluten-free is because you have to have a whole separate sanitized area. You can't cook on the same grill. You can't have the same utensils. You can't even wash the stuff in the same exact solution as you did with the gluten things. So it's a whole different scenario. And that's why gluten-free stuff, it costs a lot more than gluten. So yeah, it's terrible.
I see Devin in the chat. Devin says pizza is the reason pie will always be better than cake. See,
Depends on who makes it.
Well, Des, you're from the kind of the Northeast area where pizza is pizza, not like
Pie. No,
Yeah.
well, Chicago, we call that pie though. So it don't
Yeah. In New York, we have amazing pizza up there, where I'm from, and many places you go to New York. The sauce is what distinguishes a lot of good pizzas from each other. And but down here in the South, it's really hard to find a good, like a New York style pizza down here. You see have like Domino's and Papa John's, Hungry Howie's.
Not New York pizza black.
Oh no, it's yummy.
No, it's cardboard with
No.
tomato sauce on it.
No. You had the wrong pizza, brother. Yeah. I know like 7 different places in my hometown that have amazing pizza. Yeah.
No, I like the Chicago pizza better, I just say.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
thick crust, thick pizza, where you scoop it up and the cheese is just dripping off.
Holy shit. Susan said she bought a loaf of gluten-free bread for $8 in Canada, and it was horrible.
Just like cardboard. I bet.
Yeah, it tastes terrible.
Horrible.
Yeah, make your own gluten-free bread. It's pretty good.
Do you make yours?
I'm on the verge of learning. So is my mom. So it's like some of the stuff that to use it to rise, you can't have it either.
Wow. The yeast? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your favorite gluten-free meals?
You can actually make anything gluten-free.
Rice and lentils with veggies. Basmati rice, jasmine rice, whatever rice, lentils. Rice is too boring, huh?
No, it's the lentils.
Oh, you don't like
Oh, I
lentils?
love
You can do things to
lentils.
rice, though. I mean, you can do a
gotta
lot to
try
rice.
mine.
Put
I
curry
make that
powder
good.
in there.
I make lentils good. I don't have to put powder. I can make it with or without. I make it good.
Thing
It
is,
depends on the rice.
I just don't like vegetables. I cooked vegetables, carrots, potatoes, and green beans. That's it.
Potatoes and green beans. Wow.
At
Potatoes and
least you
green
like
beans.
the food.
Well, at least you got the colors there. Orange,
Yeah.
white, and green.
Yeah. But I drink a lot of I drink 16 ounces of low sodium V8 juice twice a day. So I get plenty of vegetables. I probably get more nutrients from vegetables than most people, just from that.
I
Do you
drink-
use your juicer?
No, I have one. I'm selling it though. Yeah. It's
You can't even have a blender in your.
yeah, there's limited. Well, I have the blender. I have a really good blender, but the juicer there's limited space in the kitchen. So yeah. Mm-hmm. It's an awesome blender or juicer. It's one of the best ones on the market. Try best. Yeah.
That's what I want. A good juicer. I have a small juicer. It's just not good enough. I would drink carrot juice, fresh carrot juice every single day. It's my favorite drink.
Celery juice is really good too, and it's good for you.
Juice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have a Vitamix blender, and that's fantastic. You can actually make your own broth in there, and it spins at such a high revolution that it comes out hot.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
My blender does that too. I put ice in a lot of stuff that I put in the blender because it'll make it get hot.
Yeah. That's a good blender.
Yeah, it does. It works really good, but I just have to add ice, which is good because Florida's so hot. Everything needs ice anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Today was beautiful. And tomorrow's going to be gorgeous too.
So is it more cooler in northern Florida? I'm wondering.
Okay, not a lot.
Northern, they had like 20 degrees the other day, and here it was only like 34. That 1 or 2 days that it was super cold, northern Florida was in the 20s.
That's
and we were
true.
in the 30s.
My sister's
Mhm.
like 3 hours north in
It's a
Hernando.
little colder.
And she's had snow there.
Oh my
We've had
God.
flurries here, but she's had actual snow. Well, while I was there, I came out and there was like a layer of snow in my car. I'm like,
I
fuck.
saw that people said it snowed. I was like, oh, it snowed in hell.
Right?
Huh. Yeah.
Christina says cauliflower pizza is delicious. Yeah. I haven't found one that's delicious. I'll take a word for it. Devin said, have melted cheese over steamed vegetables.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
My mom makes a really good gluten-free lasagna.
Oh, yeah?
Tacos is gluten free.
It
If
is,
you use
sure
corn
is.
shells.
Oh, did you know the taco seasoning? What was that? The regular, like, you go to the store, there's that brand of taco seasoning. It actually has gluten in it. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh, of course it does.
Yeah, they
Well,
have
you gotta
gluten-free
season it
ones.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Why would
Peppers
they
and
need
cayenne
why would they
pepper.
need why would they need gluten in taco seasoning?
just do it.
To make it thicker.
yeah,
Okay.
thickener. They're using it as a thickener. Yeah.
Hmm.
Good guess. I was going to say to make you sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
that too.
That's their agenda.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, when you look at it, they have been trying to weaponize their food
Yep.
for 20 years now.
Oh,
Yeah.
for 65 or more years, all my life.
That wouldn't.
Well, yeah, probably true.
Probably in the 60s. I don't know. I was
No,
raised
not
really healthy.
in the 60s. No, in the 60s. Yeah, that
70s.
I remember seeing this meme. Ever try organic food, or as your grandparents called it, food?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, if we're gonna go with that, then basically we would have to go back before World War II, I guess, where we had real food. But I mean, they've got the GMO stuff now. I mean, that's
Right.
definitely weaponized to kill us. All processed food is
Yeah.
definitely weaponized to kill us. Not quickly, it's they don't want to be obvious. So, which has kind of surprised me about the thing that they've been doing and mandating like hell.
Mm.
So,
That's what try organic food, or as your grandparents called it, food.
Exactly.
yeah.
Those were our snacks when I was growing up. We lived in a small town in the middle of Kansas, and we would get a basket of apples and oranges. We had orange and, or not orange, but plum trees and peach trees in the back, walnut trees. I mean, we got milk from the cows, and we would sit there and it would separate. And my mom would take out some cream for my dad's coffee, and the rest we would just shake in these mayonnaise jars all day long until it turned to butter. And that's,
Wow.
a really healthy constitution, I think, because I grew up with regular food until,
Yeah.
we were too poor to go to the store. But we didn't have the snacks. If we got ice cream, it was on our birthday. Maybe in the summertime, popsicles, but not very much. We
Yeah.
did not. All the crap that is filled the grocery stores now. I mean, I just unbelievable. We
I'm
had
wondering what we need. Like, does more people need to know about it, or does more people need to care and get mad about it, or does more people
Care.
need to like boycott it? Because I'm tired of the food too. It's pretty sick. Almost all food is actually bad for you.
All of the above.
Well, this is kind of where I personally believe we should be gathering into groups and having like big community gardens and kitchens and stuff like that.
You
where
just
we're all
make them go bankrupt. Just get
Yeah.
each other's food so that they just don't
Grow
have money to
yourself.
produce poison food anymore, right?
Well,
That's literally everybody has to do it though. Like
Yeah.
everybody has to trade foods.
Try to get heirloom seeds too.
right?
Heirloom,
You
yeah.
can't get seeds in foods nowadays that have in the produce, you know, if you not only is it, you can tell the GMO, is that what it is, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, yeah, you can't get, you know, seeds because they don't want you to grow your own food
Or in weed for the same reason.
in weed in the stores.
There's this
Oh,
thing
wait.
Laura Eisenhower has of real seeds. It's I think Laura Eisenhower.
Yeah, you can get them. You may have to order them, but you can get them.
Yeah, you order them. She's it's something called Patriot something. I know Laura Eisenhower has it on her website though somewhere where you can get actual old seeds, actual old
Organic.
non-GMO seeds.
Yeah, heirloom
Yeah, the
seeds.
real ones.
I've been
See-
saving seeds for a lot of years. I vacuum seal them, and on this
nice.
property, my niece and nephew, they started, and I'm all aboard. Whatever we grow is either going to be medicinal, something we can eat, or something we feed the animals.
Mhm.
We get eggs from the chickens and the sheep, of course, and hopefully we'll looking at a couple of cows, but we'll see.
You get
Well,
eggs from sheep?
if you want to color it up, there are some flowers that you can eat. The petals.
Oh yeah, dandelions. There's a
Well,
lot.
more than dandelions, nasturtiums, I think, are one of them. Though, don't quote me on that. Do your research, right?
Mhm. Well, I also want to do flowers. I want to do some flowers out here for bees because we want to raise bees too for honey. I don't
Nice.
care for honey, but it's good. You know.
I love honey. It's good for you. Yeah. Really
Yeah,
sweet.
it's part of my diet.
I
Yeah.
prefer agave nectar. That's what I use to sweeten if I need some sweetener.
Mhm.
It doesn't have the aftertaste, and it doesn't raise your blood sugar, by the way. It does have calories, but it does not raise your blood sugar. So,
Oh.
and that's for that reason I like it. And then
Yeah, when I
no
make a homemade tomato sauce, I put honey in there instead of sugar.
Mhm.
It's good.
Sure.
Aileen, I haven't seen you in a while. I just wanted to tell you this. I love your hair.
Oh,
haven't-
thank
haven't-
you.
Yeah, it looks great
I
on you.
cut off.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. And I put that temporary hair dye of blue and green mix.
Well, it's going to be great in the summertime when you don't have all that hair on the back of your neck as much.
I
you know,
know. I just
it's going to be so
chopped
much
it.
cooler.
Thanks.
Good
I feel
job.
so free with it short. It was shorter when I first did it, up to like
Uh-huh.
here.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was thinking about getting my hair cut about that length also, just right down to here, getting rid of all the rest. Because it's so freaking hot here.
I don't like it sticking to my neck so much. Like when it's always sweaty here. It's always humid. Even if it's not that hot, it's still humid.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just like kind of practical.
When my daughter came down, she would never straighten her hair because what good is it? You know?
Yeah.
You have curly hair and try straightening it, it's not going to last.
You just put it in a bun. If it's curly, just stick it in a bun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you straighten your hair, you walk out the door here in Illinois when it's hot and muggy, it just like goes poof.
Yep.
You're like, what's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've never been able to put a brush through my hair in my life.
No.
Yeah, I'm not combing this stuff.
Yeah, I shaved all mine off 2 years ago. You guys remember that?
Yep.
Yep, I had dreads.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've cut all my dreads off once, and I don't think I'll do it again.
Once.
Unless we actually legalize marijuana throughout the nation, and then I might consider it.
My arms just got really weak from like it constantly like, there's so much upkeep with dreads, and it's just like, oh, headaches, it's just, I love them.
Yeah, you got to work at it a little bit,
Yeah.
but not bad. I don't think.
I just wake up. I haven't.
Yeah, I was going to say, what kind of upkeep is there on dreads? It's already.
Well,
palm rolling, crocheting, got to make
you have
sure that
to-
you don't get
what you have to
dandruff.
do- The only upkeep you have to do is separate the suckers, or else they'll all get into one little.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But being a female and you want to look pretty with them, you know,
Oh, well, yeah, that might be a different story. yeah.
you have to beautify them and make them look, you know. So yeah, you know, I just shaved my whole head. I was like, oh God.
There was a couple times where I chemically straightened my hair, and because I'm just, you know, the hair gets, when it's curly and wavy, it just gets in knots, and I'm like, screw it. It drove me nuts. But every time I did that, I regretted it. So I said, never again will I straighten my hair.
Has your hair always been curly when it gets
Mhm.
long?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, I mean, that's kind of why I went ahead and dreaded my hair, because it was so curly and I was getting knotted up, and
Yep.
it was dreading anyway. I might as well shit, I'll just make it.
It's dreading on its own. Yeah. Yeah. I get it. You get these huge knots in your hair, you know, and yeah.
Yeah, when you shower and whatnot, yeah.
Yep.
Benny's
Yep,
hair
yep.
is so curly, he gets one dread and I have to get it out.
I feel, I do. I
He
feel
doesn't
for him.
brush it, I brush it.
You got to use like a wide tooth comb first, and then fine tooth comb. And
Yeah.
I do it in the shower after I put my conditioner on, and I
Yeah.
just take my time going through it. It takes forever.
Yeah. When it gets that one dread, I just gotta like start at the very bottom and go really slowly, little by little, until I can brush it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up here. I want to thank everyone for joining us here on Spirit Chat. Welcome back to Spirit Chat also, everybody, and welcome to the new people that I saw. I saw lots of new people in the chat. Hi to everybody. If it's your first time, come on back again. Next time, if you're in the chat, join us in here. And hi to everyone that's watching it on the recorded version as well. Yeah, I love all you guys. You guys are what make Spirit Chat what it is. So it's nothing without you. So thank you for joining us here and joining us in the chat as well. So on behalf,
check out Lena's Facebook page, because she's got great stuff on that.
she does, and Phil's BitChute channel.
Yeah, and check out Crystal Wizard on YouTube. Lots of, I got Crystal of the Day every day. So
All right.
check it.
Nice.
So on behalf of all these beautiful souls, I'm Greg, and we're all sending you all infinite love and light. Namaste.
Much love to all.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Go
you.
Marketplace.